I'm gonna come around, I'm gonna plug you in, okay? When I go around and plug everybody in at that time, then I'm gonna do a countdown. That's when you're allowed to put your robot in the water.
This is the Sea Perch Robotics camp through Seymour Robotics Club. We were only expecting 20 to 30 kids, so when we ended up with 60, we had no idea how it would go. So the fact that all 15 teams made a robot that could actually move underwater and had everything done was really quite amazing.
And it was really just a fun 3-day thing where you could build a sea perch robot and then compete with it through an obstacle course in the pool.
All right, let's try it one more time, see what happens.
And this is a 3-week curriculum that we had to jam down into 3 days, and we only had 3 hours each day. And I was very proud of all the students that were able to get this accomplishment.
What happened on the first day was that all we did was we got introduced to the topic and we got familiar with everybody and the vocabulary for the subject and the materials as well. And then we planned out what our robot would look like.
The next day we had to start learning about buoyancy in the water. Some of them didn't even know what that was, but they found out real quick where you had to drill holes in the PVC pipe to allow it to sink, but then put floaties on to bring it back up so it kept an even distribution in throughout the water. And then they had motors where it had 3 motors where it could go forward and reverse, right and left, and up and down.
What we did today was we competed and we did an obstacle course that was in the pool.
The obstacle course was 5 hoops that were all connected on the bottom of the pool, and we had to drive our sea perch robot through those hoops all the way down, and then we had to turn around and come back through those hoops again. So it was really challenging because they weren't just like straight hoops. Some of them were lower, some were higher, some were at angles, some we had to go up through it or down through it. So it was a whole set of challenges. Each hoop was a little bit different, and never knew what really to expect because we didn't get to see the course till the second day. So we were kind of designing a robot, not really knowing what we had to do with it.
Just loved it. I love what the kids are doing. I just enjoy the heck out of this. It makes my day just to see these kids just problem solve, look at me and say, Mr. Schneider, what can I do with this? And I turn around and say, well, what can you do with this? And then all of a sudden they come up with the answer and I'm like, well, there you go. And they solve it themselves. That's what makes my day the most.
It was definitely fun. There were some parts that were stressing when your robot didn't work or got stuck on a ring, but overall it was definitely fun. And I think it was just fun because you got to hang out with friends, and when it was all done, you could look at your robot and say, you know, I did that. I made that robot.